Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to another episode of Q&A. My name is Wilfred. I play the game and also talk a little bit about the game, and today I would like to just play a little bit on the Nick Fury because I haven't been leveling him up for a long time. Based on my sort of like impression on test center, but then it's one of those things that may as well get it done because the leveling is quite fast. I've got it sorted in less than an hour, up to chapter 4 I think, and that's it. I've got it sorted. We'll talk a little bit about the Nick Fury, how I feel about him, because I understand if I talk too much about the constructive criticism on a hero during my guide video, some of you may not like it. So this is a Q&A. It's free for me to say anything I like or don't like about a game. Now, one of you asked me about the various kind of build options when it comes to this game. A lot of in the other website or YouTube, we focus very much on the DPS and would it be fun or not? Kind of thing. You know how I build my heroes. Usually I build it in such a way that it's rather all-rounded. It's efficient, but yet again, it's kind of fun to interact with some of the mechanism, not just on a single target, but also being able to deal with all kinds of situations. So that's my build philosophy. I'd like to talk a little bit about that. Now, I think one of you also asked me in the YouTube channel about about supergroup, like how do you get yourself into an officer in a supergroup and so on. I mean, I can share my experience with you because I run a guild. I mean, in an MMO more than 10 years ago, from World of Warcraft to various kind of games until Marvel Heroes as well. So I can share some when I pick my people, which one should you be a officer and so on, and I can share that definitely. Okay, so it's a long video going to be. I'm going to gear my Nick Fury up. So as you all know, this game leveling up doesn't really give you much gear. So I've got I think every heroes that you get you have these two same kind of artifacts through a story. There's no other options in the whole story mode. So as a level from chapter 1 to 4, it's always these two. I wish that they give some kind of generic ones that instead of physical and energy, I mean, what if you're mental? What if it is fury that doesn't do energy? No, have something that's generic, like give a bit of crit, give a bit of brutal, a bit of flat damage. That'll be good for a starter. But at least it should drop a bit more artifact. But so I've done some gearing. My gearing is sort of very average. As you can see, the artifact that I use is not really fantastic. And I also realized that relics this day doesn't drop much in the game. I've completed the entire journey, spent an hour playing chapter 1 to 4. I've only managed to loot one single relic that is not even relevant. And I've been playing for another hour. I've looted another relic. So if the relic's drop rate is 1 per hour, I think the only way for any new players to buy relics is to grant danger room, trying to get the lyrics that you want for this 125. So you need to have for maybe quite a number of stacks to it. So you probably need to grant a lot of danger room to get at least 250 give you half of the benefit, 1000 give you another half. So I would say 250 is good enough. So that's how I feel. Okay, so now I'm going to play a little bit of Nick Fury. For those who do not know him, I think he's one of the most painful heroes that I've ever leveled in Marvel Heroes since 2013. During his leveling, he's very weak. His power just doesn't gel, kind of thing. Even at end game, I try to look into many builds out there. I don't think the design is that cohesive. So I'll talk a little bit about that in just a bit. But meanwhile, let me just play some danger room here for me to farm some gear, because my gear is still quite a fair bit of an opportunity to improvement and so on. And this is a frenzy teleporting saw environment. All right, so let's just dive into it. So I thought that okay, let me just let's just go through here. So I thought the Winter Soldier is probably one of the one that I didn't quite enjoy as well as what I was leveling. But turned out that Nick Fury is really hard to get sorted, and its mechanism that require the clip to be down to say 25% without any. Okay, maybe I'll just talk a little bit about that as well, right? Because he used ammo for quite a number of his powers. So in order to get the best out from the reloading experience, so you need to reload it all the time. You have to make sure that it drops below 25%. So usually sometimes I do manually do like that. Now once it turn red, you would do something like your cooldown for the clip will be instead of the 10 second, it will be like instead of 15 seconds become 10 seconds because it is so like that, so it's 10 seconds instead of 15 seconds. Otherwise, it will be a 15-second counting. 15 seconds is very, very long for anything. Now, these affect quite a lot of power that use charges to it, so because that's the only way to get charges. So sometimes it's very odd. You have to make sure that you empty out the clip until the red zone before you do any buff to it. Now, you don't really see the buff as well. The buff window won't tell you that you've got the base damage plus 20%, which is quite substantial. That is about 40 times 20, so 800 damage rating just by timing it right. So now the problem is that all these charges thing, if you kind of you dump all these charges, you can't really do anything else until you get the clip to empty. Like for example, after you get to the red zone, then you get the two back with the buff. Of course, you can't see here, but it's a buff. So you could actually have quite a lot of power that use charges, but then sometimes when you're moving around, you don't really get to get to red zone. Then you have a lot of cooldown power that cannot use because there's no charges to it. So that's one of my biggest complaint about playing Nick Fury. All the power, and he could be a summoner as well, but then is really not the right thing as well. So yeah. So yeah, I mean now all my thing is there, and I can't really do a lot of things. So I need to make sure that I empty out the. Like now I can't even use any of my cooldown power. I could though, but it will affect my clips when I need to. So I need to empty out my clip until I can't. Now I manually empty out, and I can have my invulnerability card button here. So it's very, very odd playing Nick Fury. It's just super duper odd. So now I need to kill off everything, and that's fine. And his signature is rather near as well. He has some other options in terms of build option. He has some other summoner to it, but the problem with that is summoner is just not that great as well. The tagging is not intuitive, and just all in all, very, very poor design from a summoner point of view. Which is kind of, I think, a little bit of disappointment, because I think a lot of people who play Nick Fury would actually want him to be a summoner. But, I mean, the summoner, it doesn't really have any tag to it. It's not intuitive, what the summoner can or cannot do, or what power is it being, buffed. Does it buff by range? You can't really tell from the summoner point of view. So yeah, I mean, I thought Black Widow was poor, but this is definitely way worse than Black Widow, I think, which is a bit surprising, actually. I mean, thinking that Nick Fury is probably iconic, they leave it until so late to have it added into the game. So now I need to read it, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, his damage output is just so-so. Well, I mean, I'm not that gear right now, but still, I mean, his damage output is just not that fantastic. But then, it depends. I mean, if you are using the ultimate and so on, I mean, his ultimate is pretty cool. Just like, and some of the powers are very bugged. Like this power here I can't use. Say power not ready. But why is it not ready? It's like, this power here I cannot use at all. So yeah, it's very odd. There's a lot of bug in this Nick Fury right now, and it's very surprising. Nick Fury is not really a new hero. He's been a hero after, say, he is a hero before Black Bolt and Carnage as well. So it's quite a lot of heroes that's been before Nick Fury. So there's really no excuse why he's so poor. I don't know. Maybe they just stopped developing him. Yeah, I mean that's the only way I can think of really, and it's actually quite slow. Yeah, and I have to go into, and some of this talent kind of like a design is very odd as well, because some of them require me to be very melee range to use one of the power that throw a good knight or whatever over his head to apply vulnerability debuff kind of thing. Yeah, and I can't reload my clip. I think I reload a bit too fast. It was not really red, but it's orange. I mean, they shouldn't even turn the color to anything. I mean, they should have a binary kind of thing. It's either like I have to go in here to get the signature out, and after that, with the mobility update, it's kind of poor as well, because I can't really do a lot of like movement. I can't really walk quite a fair bit as well. So like I cannot just dive in and then do something and then dive out without. I mean, I will lose a bit of the charge as well. So it's not something I could just dive in here, charge it up, dive out. I cannot dive out. I run out of charges. You see what I mean? So it's the whole mobility update just doesn't work for Nick Fury, because I'll need to have quite a lot of like movement here and there in order to execute some of his power actually. Yeah, but just one of those things. Some heroes are well designed, some heroes are just like really terrible. And Nick Fury is definitely one of those very, very, very terrible design. I hope that they, what can they do? I think Nick Fury would need a total redesign. Definitely, he need really rethink the whole like signature versus. I mean, signature should be at that location of my pointer instead of around Nick Fury. Maybe I don't know. And the whole thing about the he's so fragile, and yet his damage output is not really that fantastic as well, making him, and the clip is very, very odd to use. I wish there's some other alternative to actually do away with the clip. And I'm now still at the scenario number 1. That's very, very odd as well. Yeah, see what I mean? So you have to gear your clip in a way whereby it just nice. There's a sweet spot to it, but the penalty for not getting into a sweet spot is very, very high. So, unlike I think the the Punisher is actually having the similar kind of mechanism in the past, but Punisher works a lot better. I don't know why. But it's a lot easier to, like, the flow is a lot better in terms of reload. But Nick Fury just supremely kind of odd in a sense. So I'm done here. This is super slow compared to, say, even Black Bolt. I think I did a Black Bolt or Carnage on the Danger Room. I think it's very, very poor. So usually I'll just like empty out the thing at the entrance and then buff myself up. And now I've got a buff, so now I'm buffed. 800 damage rating buff is not bad actually. So yeah, I mean, then again, I mean, it's very dumb, right, to sort of like empty out the clip just like that. Anyhow, so there is a. Ooh, there's a lot of aim there. Wow. Well, I don't think I can survive, man, here. Okay, so I have got it red, then I do a reload. See what I mean? Now, even when I get red, when I reload, it didn't. I mean, I think there's a bug somewhere. It should have been not 15 seconds, it should be 10 seconds instead just now. So I don't know, maybe it's a lag kind of thing. I have to make sure that it's not like too near to the clip itself. Sometimes there's a lag, maybe they don't register, I'm already at red, although on my screen it's red. Again, this sort of thing makes it a little bit hard to play. So this is yet another very, very painful thing. Yeah, so that was very, very hard. So it's one of those things, Nick Fury. Yeah, since I'm going to... Okay, so now I've reloaded my thing. The last one is here. Try to clear something here. This is, well... Ooh, it was hard. Next one, yes. So now it's boss time. I could use an ultimate, Modok. Oh, I forgot to do something very important. I forgot to use a clip, whatnot. So let me just clip it. At least I got 2 buff. Alright, cool. You see, I've got red, but I've got 15 seconds. It's quite strange, right? While below 25 max ammo, my cooldown is supposed to be -5. So it's just very, very odd. I don't know how it works. Anyhow, let's go. So this is ultimate. It's actually rather effective so long as it doesn't teleport to anywhere. Like I said. Wow. The missile is very brutal. I cannot move. So, yeah, it's just one of those things I find it very, very hard to... The whole clip thing is just... Oh, it's done. One death on me, but that is fine. I've got one of these, I don't know. Interrogate Gordon, whatever. Let's just loot something first. I got one unique, another chest, glasses. I don't know what is glasses. One relics, and then I got 2 boxes. Okay, let's see what kind of loot I have. I hope it'll help me improve my hero a little bit. So some merit here and there. Rank 5, grade 70, legendary. So I've got some insignia, some rings, some tokens. That's about it. Okay, scenario, cosmic one. I don't think I'll do a cosmic one, seriously. Not for Nick Fury. For Carnage, I have no com. That's fine. But for him, a little bit hard. So I've got the pistol, which is cool. And I've got ring. I've got this one, no good. Well, I mean, I think this is acceptable. Another pistol. Let me see. Well, it's marginally better. It's pretty crap. Then I've got this guy here. Brutal strike, brutal damage is rather alright, and I think this is also acceptable, except the damage rating a little bit low. So it's a little bit low on the damage rating. It dropped about 85, it's about 2% down, but then it's being offset by about 32 brutal strike rating, which is like, I don't know, 0.1% of brutal maybe. This one gives me a little bit of ammo. Health wise, I'll drop even further. That's scary. And well, I mean, that is really crap, but it's fine. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and sort of like sell off all these things, and I'll try again and see where there's an improvement somewhere. Strange, I couldn't sell. No, I can't sell anything. I think there's a lag in the game. Yep, there's a lag in the game. It always happens to me. So just want to make sure that that is the one. Then the... Alright, this I haven't upgraded all these things yet. By right I should, but it just costs a lot of money these days. It doesn't really justify the whole cost to it. So I'm just going to go ahead with another one. Duplicated boss, no chance for Nick Fury. Not for my Nick Fury. All this this is pretty crazy as well. Maybe just another aim kind of thing. Mech cannot be activated. Let me just another one of these guys and see how it goes. Another Modok kind of thing. Eliminate the arms advanced prototype. So there's one over there. Just need to skip all the mobs and yeah, I mean, you know, all these mob that we have to skip kind of thing, you know, sometimes people think that this game, because there's traveling power, you know, you feel a lot faster, but it's not really that. It's not really the case in a sense, because, you know, you're doing nothing much. Wow. Ooh, wow, I forgot to. Yeah, you're doing nothing but just traveling. So that's one thing. That's okay. Red zone, come on, man. 9 seconds. See, now it works. Sometimes it just bugged out, man. I mean, you know, the bugs is overwhelming. Right? So now it's working. This is 9 seconds. So why can't I use the D power, right? No idea, man. Another bug somewhere. So now, I think back to the whole question on the build philosophy, I would definitely say that, you know, the way that I build my hero has always been the, you know, something that is fun to play, not just like, you know, whether it's the best kind of like you know, thing, but it has to be something that I find it fun, and you know, and that, I mean, you know, the Nick Fury is a very good example on that end, because I've tried many builds out there. I know that there are some has a much better potential, like the End It, and there's one End It and target down. So basically what happened in that scenario is that you could, wow, what on earth is all these things that are coming on top of me? Basically what you could do is that you could use, like, you know, Andy is the one that you kind of like teleport to the back of the target, and then after that and target down is the one that you could like execute and stuff like that. But the thing is that once you do a target down, you can reset the cooldown for the End. So it's kind of, on paper it's kind of nice, but in reality, you know, I mean, imagine you teleport behind a target. I wish that there was like a 3 power combo whereby you could actually have enough power to disengage out from the enemy area, and then you can do another kind of like target down to it, or, you know, and do a End It to it. So it becomes like a very engaging combo. You close in, you close in, and after that you disengage out, and after that you go back in again. You know, that you know, those kind of stuff I would very much enjoy a lot. To play, but the way that how to play with all this cooldown thing is just not really my cup of tea, I must say. So I mean, you know, is it interesting or not, Nick Fury? Well, I mean, you know, definitely it's a hero whereby you can't just anyhow refresh the clip, even though now you would like to, you know, one of your layers actually not doing anything, but because of waiting for the clip to get refreshed. But I don't find, I mean, that lose quite a lot of like DPS stuff like that. But that is the only way I think that I can enjoy a hero, because otherwise it's just too tedious. Yeah, just now I'm walking into it. So again, you know, it's kind of slow. The whole game, it just feels very slow. Right, this 9 second. Okay, so now I don't know which simulation is it. This first one or second one? First one, I think. It's just quite a lot of I don't know what they have nerfed the danger room kind of thing. I don't remember danger room is so long. Last time used to be kind of less tedious than that. I thought it would take longer, shorter. So that's done. Let me just empty out the clips, and after that, see, then I can pop this guy. Then I get 2 charges here. See what I mean? It's just not fun, right? But that's the best I can do for the build. This just the hero design, just very terrible. Okay, next bit is the, okay, so that is one. I'm just holding my breath. I don't know why no one is attacking me. Very interesting. All right, so last group. So I have to kill the rest of the thing. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just killing off the rest of the thing. Now, yeah, I mean, I think the next question is, I think one of you asked me about supergroup and stuff like that. I would like to address that as well. I've run quite a fair bit of community or guild and so on in the past, and also in this game when I was still quite actively playing, because right now it's very hard. I know some of you may want to sign up to my guild, just want to, my super group, just want to play with me or so on. I mean, I used to have a lot of people who like to play with me, and that's nice. But because I don't really play this game often these days, so it's very hard to catch me online. And after a while, I found that the challenge of this game is that it's very hard to retain people in my guild. I mean, I'm actually running a guild, a super group, so I know firsthand the retention rate when it comes to this game. It is not good, I would say. People are just not staying at all. So, but that's just reality of it, and it's just one of those things. Now, if you were to ask me, how do I select my officer? Officer has got to be someone whom I trust. You see, this is stupid, right? Because I need to get the red and then reload so that I get a nice, whatever it is, nice buff, right? So the officer is someone whom I would have been... Wait, hang on a sec. Let me just... Come on, man. Where is he facing? I cannot face him? Oh, this is such a lousy bug. I cannot move my my ultimate. Oh my god, it's like it's going to take forever. Oh man, this is crazy stuff. Like, I wasted one ultimate because there's a bug in the game that I couldn't even there was one bug in the game that I couldn't even move the ultimate aiming to it. So that is terrible. Now I die here, man, seriously. Now, because I do my clip a bit too early, so I have to just wait for the thing to come up, and just very much like a Black Widow kind of thing. Fine, I'll do it the hard way. No big deal, really. Okay, so that's done. One death gain. Okay, so where was I? Yes, I was talking about the officer. Now, because as an officer, you would be able to, remove members. So it has got to be someone whom I trust, because I could end up logging in and then the entire guild or super group just gone. It's just the way that in this game, how the officer has been set up. In my last, like, World of Warcraft, you can actually set the rights. Like, for example, officer can recruit, but they cannot remove unless it's a high-ranking officer. I can't really have that in this game, so normally I would not, grant someone the officer role unless I really can trust that someone. But having said that, I mean, how do you become an officer? Of course, you have to contribute to the super group, have to be contributing to the community. Usually, I'll look for someone who would be logging online quite often. That's one. Also quite chatty in the group as well, because sometimes you do need people to liven the entire, I think, a little bit, rather than quiet and not interacting. So I mean, that's something that I usually would look for, when someone want to be an officer, really. Durability. Yeah, so how do you become an officer of a supergroup? I think it depends on how your bonding is like with the... this is quite interesting as well. It depends on how you bond with the the people, like, you know, in a group as well, because at the end of the day, it is almost like a closed group that people just play among themselves, kind of thing. So you have to got to be in that kind of circle to do that. I am also looking at the attribute here. I think it's rather nice, this attribute. I'll take this one, although the damage rating seems to be lower, well, higher actually. Now I've improved some gear as well. Now I don't really see a lot of improvement in terms of my Nick Fury, so I'm going to give you one last shot if you guys don't mind. I'm not going to do anything drastically hard here because it would just be a waste of time. Like all these things are rather hard. This one actually is, you know, I don't do melee, so it's not really that useful in a sense. I mean, if you don't like any of these guys, what you could do is that you could actually like change one of these things. Like you don't like any of this, you can do a hang on a second. What is the difference between this one and this one? One is rare, one's epic. So this is epic, right? So this epic. So I could, like, you know, things that I don't really like. I think it's just too tedious and whatnot. Nope, it doesn't work that way. Oh, it's for you to sort of like make it into like a cosmic. So for example, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. Then there's a chance that this one become a cosmic. And you know, what is this cosmic? 52 is a hard one. So you could actually exchange, like if you don't like this one, you don't like this one. Actually, this one's rather alright, but just that it's melee. You could actually craft it into something else. 50 crit chance. Yeah, so this one is going to be very hard as well. So I'm not going to do this one. What can I do for you guys? Maybe I just do a tournament. Why not? It's just one of those things. Last one here. Maybe a tournament. Yeah, maybe I just do one of these things just for fun. All right, so see whether comparing him and Carnage, what's the difference when similarly geared and built. All right. So that's one. Let's see. Let me see. So that is the tournament here. Alright, so I will just empty out and do the red. And after that, I got 2 charges back. I know it's dumb, but it's just one of those things. This game is rather dumb sometimes. Right. Alright, see, it was red. It was like, I don't know, understand why it doesn't count as a, you know, the 15 second instead. Oh wow, ouch. Okay, let me just get to red. Okay, done. Bucky. So now it's the Sentinel and right. Okay, so far so good. So now I have to make sure that it's really low before I reload, because the game just doesn't register 25%. Oh, there's one more. I thought it's done. Okay, done. Let me empty out this thing and make sure I get reload. See what I mean? It's just a bit tedious. And this kind of thing is a bit hard. Okay, done. Alright, come on, Sentinel. So now it's just rotation time, making sure that the rotation is there and don't go and move unnecessarily. I don't know why I got hit there, seriously. Why did I get hit there, seriously? I mean, that is like so uncool. I was so outside the whole like red zone kind of thing, but yet I'm getting hit. Now I don't get hit. Fine. Yeah, I think looking back at the this Nick Fury, I highly doubt that Gazien would be working on it. I highly doubt so. I think they have already like given up. Oh, Michal Shield, man, this is hard for my. I don't think they will do any improvement on Nick Fury, unfortunately. But that's the reality. This power is not working. Like how am I like there's not enough charges, right? Kind of thing. And this one thing about this game is that mobility update is fine, but then if you have continuously boss mechanic that you need to dash, I mean what other chances you have if you cannot dash? I mean you can just walk, and it's so slow when you walk. Seriously. Like I have to run here. And after that I have to like maybe move around here. Now why am I not using my ultimate? Well, I mean there's a good reason why. I wait until like now I have to wait until the clip is up, because sometimes it depends on my. So maybe I should use my ultimate once I debuff it vulnerability. I don't even know whether he's hitting it or not, man. It's like, it doesn't really contribute to anything. Ooh, there's a lot of fire going on. Oh, wow. That is brutal, man. Ooh. What? And after that, I have to aim. Definitely, Carnage is much weaker than, much stronger than Nick Fury for sure, bar none. This is pretty bad. Okay. Well. Who knows? I may get some good gear out from this. Not. Oh, I can run out of clips as well. I need to walk, and I'll die here most likely. Done. Okay, so I have got the. Yeah, I suspect if I use the build to use a bit of cooldown kind of thing, it would be better. But the whole clip thing is just not working out. I think the way to do it is basically to have low ammo and just waiting for that cooldown, 15-second cooldown to run all this cooldown power. I think that's probably the only way to get it sorted. That's my thoughts. Anyway, so wow. Okay, so that's done. Let me see what kind of gear I have upgrade. I mean, this time around is not really that great. I don't even get the unique for this guy here. So the gear wise pretty meh, and I think I played for like maybe more than half an hour already. So that is kind of disappointing, to be honest. If I play this amount of time, I don't really get anything out from it, and the strength is useless for me. This is rather alright actually. It's rather alright. It gives you brutal, by the way, for your team up. Crit hit, crit chance. You know what? I may actually go for this one here. Well, let's see. Oh, no. Yeah, so I'm just trying to compare the stats here, but this one definitely has much better chance crit damage out there. And yeah, I mean, I think in the future when it comes to the Omega gear, that's what you need to do, comparing quite a lot of like affixes one by one to see whether you get the affixes that you need. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy this kind of very short, well, not very short video. It's a let's play kind of video. Yeah, look at my Nick Fury. He has both eyes. And I hope you're gonna enjoy whatever you're doing. I mean, basically, I just need to like empty my clips again so that I can get my 2 charges. Still be hot. Okay, good stuff. Then I have my beam buffed as well. All right, cool. I'll see you next time. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably do a guide on Nick Fury, but it's more like, just Nick Fury. All right, see you next time. Bye.